Hey there, my name's Kristen and I have some divine messages for us. Let's take a deep breath in. Let's ask our angels, saints, ancestors, and guides into our space to provide love and divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light, so it is and so it will be. We're continuing with our series. We are on personal and spiritual growth. Okay, so that's our next life area. All right, so let's shuffle our cards a little bit. Get these warmed up. Okay. I have two other decks to use. I have the Pretty Blunt, and then I have some tarot. If it's fitting, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if we need to clarify. Okay, ooh. Power of 3, eh? All right, let's see. Solitude. Personal and spiritual growth. Okay, solitude. Spending time alone is often what we need to hear the whispers of our soul. Wow. Get to know all aspects of yourself so you can stand on your own in any situation. Okay? Let's see. We have follow your passion. If there's something that excites you and motivates you, it's a message from your Akashic record that it can lead to your abundance. So don't silence it. Self-love. You're worthy and deserving of all the abundance in the universe. Treat yourself with love, respect that you desire, and others will follow suit. A new beginning. This card is putting you on notice that a change is at hand. It may feel like things are falling apart, but that's only to make room for the new. Be open to synchronicities and be willing to take risks at this time. Okay, is there more? Okay. So far, follow your passion, self-love, and a new beginning. And then it's like an energy of feeling depleted. So what's this all about? You're overgiving and not taking enough time to rest and rejuvenate. Reevaluate your relationships and commitments. Only you may soon risk your health deteriorating in some way. So this is, if you're continuing to overgive in a situation and you're not prioritizing yourself, I feel like you're going to feel that. You're going to feel it. So rest when it's time to rest. Let people step up. There's some strategy and planning playing out here. Your actions have taken you to a new phase. Okay, and it's of your spiritual evolution. Now is the time to plan and strategize for the highest possible outcome. Okay. Patience. Your desired result isn't arriving fast enough for you. And the universe is asking you to not just give up, okay? Stay the course. Okay, everything comes in divine time, your divine time. Not anyone else's divine time, but your divine time. Perhaps there's something to learn or karma to clear before it will arrive. Okay, are there more? Okay. Thank you. All right, we have bring balance. You're putting too much energy into something, creating lack somewhere else. Take action now to correct the situation or risk further imbalance, which could lead to undesired results. Okay. Okay, let's start that again. Not bad. Doing all these? Okay. All right, so we have enabling. There's someone you're helping, or are you? In reality, you may be enabling them to continue a negative pattern and never take full responsibility for themselves. Step back and let things play out. Connect to your intuition. Repeating patterns are keeping you from making a new choice in the situation. Break free from old ways of thinking and ask for new insight. And then lastly, we have authenticity. Be your divine self at all times. You weren't designed to fit in. Break away from expectations and fully express yourself in your own unique way, and you'll be a magnet for success. I love that. And then the next one we're doing is like finance. We have personal assistance. Okay, that was from yesterday too. Okay, so we'll get some more info here. Let's see. Move these over a little bit. Okay, let's see. Can we do this? Okay. Let's clarify some of this. Okay, personal and spiritual growth. Following your passion, self-love, a new beginning, feeling depleted by overgiving and not taking enough time to rest, having a strategy and planning accordingly, patience with the divine timing and plan, bringing balance, maybe putting too much energy into something that's creating lack elsewhere. Make sure that we're not enabling others. Are you helping them or hindering them? I feel like there's a need to connect your intuition because there's repeating patterns or keeping you from making a new choice in this situation. Break free from old ways of thinking and ask for new insight. Break free from the expectations and fully express yourself in your own unique way, not like anybody else. Okay, this is about you and how you do it. Okay, so a bit of introspection, a bit of review, a bit of like, okay, if I want to reach this, what are my next steps? Taking a chance on like going within, okay, and getting that guidance. All right, let's see. Follow your passions. Okay. No, okay. Put these back. Okay. All right. Okay. Follow your passion. Personal and spiritual growth. Something. Oh, look it. Okay. Follow your passion. We get the Ace of Wands. I feel like this is a creative spark, like an ignition, feeling like obviously very strong masculine energy. So it's like following your passions and doing something that is going to lead to abundance. Like take the risk. Self-love. You're worthy and deserving of all the abundance in the universe. 5 of Cups. Treat yourself with the love and respect you desire, and others will follow suit. I feel like you may feel like this quite a bit, like unrequited love. I feel like the most important love that you've learned to not seek outside of yourself is self-love. So you've been possibly in a self-love journey, and you could be healing from past relationships that were unfulfilling. The Hanged Man, all right? This is gaining a new perspective, seeing a new outlook, and having this awakening, this enlightenment, okay? This is putting you on notice that a change is at hand. So you may be having to sit back and be patient, all right? It may feel like things are falling apart, but that's only to make room for the new, okay? And this is like you being open to the synchronicities, okay? And willing to take risks at this time. I have depleted and I have a 7 of Wands. You may have had to defend your ground when it comes to a masculine energy. And I'm getting like you might have been overgiving and not taking enough time to rest and rejuvenate, or this is just something that you've had to overcome, a challenge, like mastering your emotions and maybe how you deal with others who may want to take from you in some way. This is like reevaluating relationships and commitments. So it's like you're not willing to continue to fight for something that you're feeling like isn't for you, right? This is, you know, kind of relieving yourself of this, because there very well could be like some health deteriorating here, because it's like a battle, it's a burden, it's a struggle, it's strife. Like, who wants to be fighting all the time? Yeah, I feel like there's strategy and planning needed. Maybe not all the opportunities or options are for your highest and greatest good. So maybe do a bit of strategizing and planning to figure out which ones are for you versus which ones aren't. Okay. Patience. Your desired results, okay? They're not arriving fast enough for you. And the universe is asking you to not give up, okay? Hang in there. Everything comes in divine timing. Perhaps there is something to learn or karma to clear, okay, before something new arrives, okay? I feel like this is what's going on. Maybe lessons are playing out as a result of some conflicts, maybe some personality difficulties. I feel like there's been a lot of mudslinging. So I feel like this is why you're being asked to be patient. I'm getting like the energies that you've dealt with in the past are dealing with their karma and learning lessons. And so they need you to be patient, okay? This also can be you. Like, you could be experiencing karma for some of the challenges and actions you've taken over time. So some of us are like paying that karmic debt, and that is through our own personal journeys and experiences with contracts that we have with others. So depending on, you know, your personal situation, you know, this could be speaking about you as well as whoever might have been in your energy that required you to kind of like stand up for your beliefs, for a cause, defend your ground, stand your ground. I feel like it was up against this 5 of Swords. So I feel like somebody went on some sort of, I feel like this is just very untrustworthy energy. Okay, so let's bring balance. You're putting too much energy into something. What's that something? And it's creating lack somewhere else. Take action now to correct the situation. Let's get some info on this. Okay, there is the putting your like your mental anguish energy. Okay. Right? I feel like you want to do what you can to not stay in this, like, see, these are the patterns. Okay, this could be like, how do I handle this? I don't know what to do. Like, maybe there's a need to seek outside counsel or get more information. How can one bring the 9 of Swords back into balance so that they don't have undesired results? Interesting. Look at 9 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and the Emperor. Maybe there's something that, hold on, let me look at these. 9-9 might be significant. I feel like you've most definitely been through it, okay? And maybe whatever you've been worried about, you know, you're going to be able to put behind you. I feel like there is progress here being made. I feel like this Emperor, this can also represent like maybe this King of Cups energy that you might have been dealing with in the past, or that could be you. I'm getting like there's mental anguish here. There's burdens here. There's feeling like you have to defend yourself all the time. There's this like, interesting. Maybe you're being called to be the leader, okay? To bring things into balance, like being the boss of your reality. This also can be like someone, this could be regarding work, okay? Like maybe, I feel like the Emperor is representing like corporate America or your boss or the archetype of someone who you report to. I feel like This is bringing you concern, strife, overwhelm, feeling unsupported, not paid enough. I feel like, you know, the work just keeps on coming, and it's like, I don't know, maybe you're feeling a bit oppressed. And as a result, like maybe this is taking a lot of energy from you, and you're like, what am I getting from this? What's the benefit from this? So there may need to be like action taken to either correct this situation or take a risk, okay, to do something else. Okay, so yeah, I feel like this very much could be work related. Maybe you're feeling like, I feel like there's this like drama. I feel like you feel like, you know, it's a difficult environment. Maybe you're feeling like, yeah, I'm getting like oppression. Okay. Yeah. Like you're being watched, studied, observed. Enabling. Knight of Swords energy with enabling. This could be you or someone in your life. I feel like there's a ton of love here, but you may not be doing them any favors by allowing them to kind of like have this kind of like defensiveness, attacking. I feel like there's a need to bring balance to this. Yeah, there could be some negative patterns being repeated. Maybe there's a need for them to kind of understand how they can step up instead of like feeling like they're like being accused of something. I'm getting like this Knight of Swords wants to attack, obviously, look at the card, but I feel like love goes a lot further. Okay, so maybe operating from a place of love, but realizing that like they have to hold this cup for themselves, right? I feel like they're like kind of like defending their heart. So there could be some trauma here that's unresolved, but I'm getting like these negative patterns. These are something that, you know, we all deal with, okay? I feel like unconditional love here, okay? Unconditional love. Okay, so then I have a Four of Wands, the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups, and the Victory and Success, the Six of Wands. All right, so I feel like you do have a lot of love to give. I feel like you're learning balance. You're learning how to go with the flow and allow those to hold space for themselves. And I feel like you connect to intuition. I feel like repeating patterns may be keeping you from a new choice. All right, so breaking free from any old ways of thinking and asking for new insight. Okay, it's like, how can I handle this situation better? How can I learn from my experiences? How can I move forward with grace, with confidence? Okay, so I'm getting like motherly energy. So you could be a mom, or you could just be in your feminine energy, very psychic, empowered, intuitive. I feel like whatever you do, I feel like you do it for the sake of like trying to hold down stability, security, some sort of like setting a goal and accomplishing it. This also can represent like a milestone. This can represent like leading towards success. Like you very much could be the leader, right? You might be the one that's showing the way. This also talks about union and coming together as one. There's mirroring energy. So you might be seeing like things that you didn't see before that might be coming up to the surface, right? Like surfacing up in the water. Water holds a lot of memories, so you could be tapping into your ancient wisdom and knowledge and creating something new here, something that is like a foundation, something to celebrate. So this is kind of like part of what you're here to do, is to potentially help people recognize the patterns, right? Like this would represent a pattern, right? The two wands. So that there can be some sort of awareness. There's some sort of like awareness and celebration and like, hey, we did it energy. You also could appear very like secret, mystical, secretive, mystical, like people may come to where you are, right? There might be something that you create, or this is you going somewhere. I feel like there's like some sort of like using your abilities to help clear patterns. It could be like part of your purpose here. You may travel and do that as part of your spiritual work, your energy work. I feel like you're going to be recognized in your field. Okay, so maybe you're releasing yourself from old patterns. Maybe the matrix here with the Emperor, right? How like we have to go to work 9 to 5 every day, and I'm getting like you're focused on your personal growth, your spiritual path. Like you're realizing like through your self-love journey that not everybody deserves access to this chalice, okay? This Holy Grail is something that you're being asked to take with you and share with others on the path. Maybe there's like this higher consciousness that you are tapping into. I'm also getting like there could be some enabling here, but I'm also getting like, you know, encouraging people to be okay with where they're at. Like everybody's a work in progress. So less judgment, more love. It's okay to like communicate, but let's communicate according to who is the receiver as well. Let's get some info regarding this authenticity. Okay, Page of Cups. Be your divine self at all times. Like the Page of Cups is unique. The Page of Cups is not meant to fit in, right? They may try to fit in, but you know, they stand out. They stand out on purpose. So maybe breaking away from expectations to fully express yourself in your own way. I feel like this is you doing things your own way and loving what you do and being loved for what you do, right? This is just, you may be like a playful energy, playful soul, young soul. Yeah, I feel like this is also about like your psychic abilities, your spiritual gifts, your personal and spiritual growth and power. All right, maybe you're meant to kind of help those that you come across in some way. Maybe those who are just starting their awareness, okay? I feel like you do have a lot of awareness here. I feel like maybe someone in your family or close to you shares your abilities. They have a clear knowing, okay? They also could be very empathic, and they could be affected by sensory things. I'm picking up sensory, okay? Page of Cups, Queen of Wands. So this is, the Queen of Wands is like a warrior. All right, she has no problem turning that wand into a weapon if she needs to. Creative, magical, you know, has a lot of tradition, knows how to use, you know, all kinds of tools to their abilities. I feel like this is like a beautiful energy, Queen of Wands. We're back where we started at the Hermit. I feel like, you know, this is about being guided and guiding. Okay, it's like being a guided light. You know, also could relate to Hermes, okay, as the Hermit. The wisdom you're gaining through your personal experiences and growth is being seen. You're being celebrated and recognized for the hard work. You have emerged, okay? You have emotionally grown, and people are going to maybe feel a certain kind of way about you. I feel like you may be receiving something that might be changing your life in some really big way. This can represent like you're a bit bored, but I feel like new experiences and acquaintances are on their way. You just don't see it yet. So it's like, have patience. Okay. Anything else here? Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles. You are very much on your way, okay? Everything you're experiencing is happening in your divine timing. Be grateful, have gratitude, love your life. I feel like you are in a beautiful position, and if you're not there yet, you're like I said, you're on your way. I feel like, you know, you've learned the lessons in this round, okay? And it's time for you to like work for the divine, okay? So I feel like there's some sort of like more information coming. I'm getting there's more information coming, okay? Look at King of Swords. Whatever's coming in, it's protected. And I feel like while you have patience, and while you're like continuing to work on yourself, I feel like you're protected, okay? Yeah, you're most definitely moving in a new direction. I'm getting you're making plans. That's that strategy and planning. This could be travel, and this could be like changes on its way. And then we have the Magician. All right, so yeah, I would say certain things are on their way to you. Let's see what else we can get. I'm gonna use this. No. Okay. A couple more cards. See what we get. Okay. I'll just get a couple. Okay. All right. Sorry, that was loud. Scared my cat. Scared my cat. Manifest the life you desire. Manifesting the life you desire. Okay? It's coming in. Okay? It's protected. Manifest the life you desire. I love that. That's so awesome. All right, Spirit. What are some final messages here? Someone might have lost a job. Okay? I feel like someone's wearing a false mask. Okay? So there's that. What's this? Someone is dealing with toxic friends. Okay? This friend group. All right. They're pretending to be something that they're not. Like, look. Okay. Very good. We got that going on. I feel like that's what you've had to, like, stand your ground on. This Five of Swords. All right? The Ten of Wands. The Seven of Wands. It's not so funny when it happens to them, I guess. Yeah. What's this? Ego death. Someone's going through an ego death. I feel like you're being guided to spend more time outside, meditating, spending time in nature. You have a new home, potentially, for some of you, if that's what you've been calling into your reality. I feel like you receive messages through thoughts, words, dreams, and visions. I feel like somebody is dealing with a gold digger, or they are a gold digger. They may have blamed and said this was you, that you wanted to only be with them for money. However, the case might be that you make more money than them. And then they probably couldn't pay your bills if they tried. There's like this ridiculousness to all of this. Okay, look at, they're like sleeping with the enemy at this time. All right. Okay, and then I have a karmic connection and lesson playing out here for those who you might have dealt with in the past. And this could be you too. Like, this kind of went over towards the Emperor, the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. I feel like this is a karmic dynamic as well, so it could tie to work. I feel like you're closing out these chapters, these cycles. Okay, someone wants to reconcile here. They're in a karmic connection with whoever they are. They're sleeping with the enemy. All right, so there's a lot of slander, a lot of lying, a lot of burdens. Okay, while this all plays out. Okay. I'm getting like maybe the person that they're sleeping with wants to somehow sabotage them because they know that they want to come back to you. Or at least they fear this. They fear this person coming back to you or wanting to come back to you. So they want to... Okay, I got interrupted. Yeah, I feel like someone's sabotaging something. Yeah, they try. All right. Yeah, they're experiencing karma at this time. All right, so we were getting that. Break free from old ways. Okay, it's time to make a new choice. It's time to do something different. All right, so I feel like the past energy that you've been dealing with, all right, those that you've left behind, they're dealing with karma. Okay. You do have earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you could be an earth sign. They could be an earth sign. Okay. Whoa, we're taking all these? All right. I feel like you are releasing karmic debt, so confirmation of that. Okay, this is you letting go of past pain, anger, bitterness, and resentment, all right? You can't take this with you. You are on a special mission, and if you resonate with Earth Angel, then that's your confirmation, and if you don't, then just understand that like what you're here to do is to release your karmic debt, and through that process, you're assisting others on the path. You were dealing with a player. You were dealing with somebody who's insecure and needs to surround themselves with others that feed their ego. All right, whatever they did with this group, this player, it could have been fraudulent. It could have been illegal. I feel like whatever they were practicing, okay, there was some sort of practice that they were doing. All right, it might have caused them to lose a job or actually deal with the law. All right, they even have karmic families involved. They even have karmic family members involved. So this could be your family, this could be the player's family, or this could be the one that they're sleeping with, that's the enemy, and their karmic family. Or those that they surround themselves with. We did see, you know, like misery loves company over here, I guess. So I feel like there could be something going on. Maybe someone spread disease. All right, this could be STDs or actual spiritual disease from entertaining many suitors. Okay, I feel like you're manifesting the life that you desire, and I feel like this was the group that did the most to prevent this from happening for you. I feel like it was like a coordinated effort. All right. Okay, they're going to be experiencing the dark night of the soul. Divine justice and universal law is playing out at this time. Okay, this false masculine, low vibe, watching for red flags is falling from grace. He's going down. It's like Captain Save-A-Ho is going down with the ship, okay? Captain Save-A-Ho is going down with the ship, all right? Someone may have said, I will take these secrets to my deathbed. So, oops. All right, your soulmate twin flame is on the way. Take what resonates. Let's see. I'm getting like this whole friend group over here. All right, like the player, all of their options and whatever they were doing with this group. I feel like, and it involves like toxic friends. There's an ego death here. I feel like there's job loss here as well. I feel like they pretend, okay? Everyone's pretending. All right, karma's playing out here. Someone is absolutely sleeping with the enemy, all right? I feel like someone may want to reconcile. This is a karmic lesson and connection, okay? You have victory of this situation, and I feel like someone is spreading disease. Okay, take a spiritual bath and cleanse your energy. Okay, financial abundance and stability and blessings are on their way to you. Okay, you are divinely protected by Saint Michael. Thank you, Saint Michael. Thank you to all of our angelic support. Talk to your spirit guides, ancestors, and saints. Be gratitude. Lots of gratitude. Thank you to my spirit guides, ancestors, and saints. There's a new opportunity. Take the risk. Okay? Take the risk. If you need help, book a session with me and we'll know if it's for you or not, right? Karmic party, third party involved. Okay? So this is confirming this. So I'm also getting like the person you were dealing with, wherever those cards went. I don't even know. Where are they? I don't know. Anyway, I feel like they very much could be put into a third party themselves. I don't even know. Anyways, too many cards. Let's see. What do we got? Childhood trauma unhealed. Yeah, look at this. Third party inserts themselves. Okay, lures, steals, provokes, instigates. Like they may have dealt with some trauma here that is repeating. Okay, and so there's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of lying, deceiving, betraying. All right, so this connection that maybe your person went to is their karma. Okay, and I'm getting like the third party is, I feel like someone's cheating on each other for money. Gold digger. Maybe they're sleeping with, I feel like someone's sleeping with someone else because they think that there's a better option. There's someone who has more money than maybe who they're currently learning a lesson with. I'm getting like the one who left you because they thought that there was something better on the other side. This is happening to them, right? The third party is seeing someone, or they're seeing someone and treating the third party, take it how it might resonate, right? Because they chase opportunity, they chase greed. Shiny, bright things are what they find to be worthy, all right? So there's childhood wounds here that are causing some disharmony here. This gold digger worked with others to create conflict for you. This gold digger worked with others to create conflict for you. This could be masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. Okay, I feel like they took immoral and potentially illegal activity. All right, they lack integrity. Okay, someone did black magic, spell work, sending negative energy, slandering, spreading lies, and they are a spiritual hater. And so they're going to learn some really important lessons because we're focusing on personal and spiritual growth. So I feel like someone may have abused their power, and I'm getting like there's divine intervention involved here. There's like Archangel Michael involved here. Your ancestors are involved. They're going to be going through an ego death and a dark night of the soul. All right. Make a wish is coming. There's a tower moment happening. Sudden change, destruction, revelations, taking a trip and a break. Redirect your thoughts to positive thinking. Okay, there's a toxic workspace you might need to separate from in some way. Maybe it is about taking a break. Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio has some sort of toxic workspace. All right. We saw the toxic friends. I'm getting that they probably work together and they may have done something at work that lacked any integrity or morality. Could have even involved like dark magic. Could have even involved like gang stalking or bullying or harassing somebody. I feel like there will be difficult lessons learned here. Someone may have been caught and lost a job. Look at, they could have, it came out again. Spiritual disease, STDs. That could be part of what is the toxic workspace. Water sign energy I'm getting. Okay. All right. Reminder in the near future. What about the near future? What's happening in the near future? You are worthy. You are enough. Okay? You are worthy. You are enough. In the near future, someone could be experiencing physical or spiritual prison for violating universal law. Okay? And the action taken against you by a group. Yeah, you were outcasted and treated like a black sheep because they're a spiritual hater. Victory will be yours. Double confirmation of that. Victory is yours. And the angels are with you and they protect you. You are one of their own. All right? So, you are loved. Pray more. Like, it's your job. And, you know, if you're calling in a partner, high vibrational partner, that is confirmation it's coming in. All right? Coming in hot. All right? And look at God's wrath and judgment came flying over the King of Swords. All right? So it's in God's hands. It's not you. Okay? So if you are receiving some backlash or feeling like what's going on in the background, like, it's under control. It's out. It's like you've surrendered this. Okay? I feel like God's wrath and judgment, addictions, alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, and money. All right. I feel like there was a lot done here. Okay. And I feel like it's being handled by the Most High. All right. Continue to focus on happiness, joy, and emotional fulfillment. This is what you're here to do. Okay. This is your special mission. All right. Is to be this wonderful energy. Okay. God protects. The angels are protecting. I feel like God's wrath and judgment is coming for those who may have done this kind of work against you. Okay? In your family, your business, any work that was done regarding this, there's God's wrath and judgment playing out here. Because it was done against one of their own. And they don't take that so lightly. Yeah, look at angels are with you and they protect you. Okay, you have a career or a new job happening. They're being exposed and the truth is coming to light. And I'm getting there's evidence here. And I'm getting that confirmation that you've been through or going through a spiritual awakening and an ascension process. Thank you. They're dealing with health issues and spiritual sickness. Spiritual, physical illnesses, STDs, okay? Like, they're not going to be well, all right? So whatever dark magic they were doing and sending it to you, I feel like it's returning back to sender. I feel like they watch to see what they send your way, if it works, okay? I feel like somebody may have to watch you in secret because the person they're with, they have to hide it from. They may have asked others to watch you for them. I'm getting like they've been preying on your downfall. I'm also getting like they're your biggest fans. They're your biggest fans. They created a prison for themselves, okay? They're a spiritual hater, all right? So they're in their shadows. They're needing to kind of, you know, figure themselves out. They're working with others to create chaos and conflict, okay? Having either they're spying, they're under fake profiles and stuff like that. So anything else with this? One more. Okay. What we got? Yeah. Working with others to create chaos and conflict. Okay. I don't know what's worse, physical jail or spiritual jail. Okay, if you do have something coming in that you need to review a contract of some kind, make sure that you read it carefully or ask for someone else to read it as well, maybe a professional. All right, you have unexpected income coming and it has something to do with your gifts, your abilities, your intuition, okay? So they may have worked very hard to dim your light because you be telling on them, or you know things that they're like, how the hell do they know? They spent a whole lot of time saying you don't have any abilities, you don't have any gifts, you don't know what you're talking about, you're crazy, like you're unstable, blah, blah, blah. No. All right, when people start talking like that, that's when you realize that they're talking about themselves, okay? You have a divine masculine coming in, okay? If you are a feminine, or if you're in your feminine energy and you're calling in a masculine, flip it, switch it. Doesn't need to be so specific on the genders, okay? It's kind of like picking up what's on the card, but if you know what you're calling into your reality, so. Okay, so there is some shit going down. So I feel like you could be getting a little like antsy. All right, little ants in the pants. Let karma play out. Okay, you've been waiting a long time for things to come into balance. So sit back, relax, okay? Protect your peace. Work on cleansing your energy. All right? Because they are still at it, okay? They're still... Okay? They're still at it. All right, so... I feel like, the divine, your spiritual team, your ancestors are helping you. I feel like if you need some assistance, ask for assistance. Ask for what's going on. Where are things if you're not sure? You guys know how to reach me. If you need some personal one-on-one guidance, you can book on the website betweenbothworlds.org. Lots of options. Okay. Lots of options to pick from. And like I look at this and I'm just like, wow, like it brings me back, because it's like you may have surrounded yourself with some of these people and you look back now and you're like, wow, right? Oh boy. Oh boy. Lots of things going on here, y'all. Wow. This was a big reading. Lots of energy coming through today. All right, well, you know where to find me. Hope you guys have an amazing day. I'll see you on the next reading. Bye now.